Oh, of course the cameras don't work now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see if we can quickly fix this issue. We go. Hopefully in a second you'll be able to see us, but hopefully you can hear us. Let us know if the volume is all okay. Is it because I minimized something? I'll do it. Oh, of course the camera's somewhere now. Oh, I can hear myself through you. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's see if we can get the cameras working again. Chrome live streaming, no. Of course, you get everything working, get everything ready, and then you go live and nothing works. That's always how it's going to be. Oh, look who's appearing. Look who's appearing.
I can't see who's appearing.
Well, no, because you're not on the YouTube stream.
Oh.
But in a second. Oh, you're upside down. This is all very exciting, but we are appearing. Slowly from the ashes of technical despair, we are appearing. So let's get us sort of roughly the same size. At the moment you're huge and I'm tiny.
How do I...
So there we go. You can see us again. Way. Is there still an echo or is it fixed, Harry? Well, I think it was just Emily opening up. There's still an echo.
Oh. Is it me?
I mean, I can't. I need to listen. That's muted. Is there an echo now, Harry? Or is it... I've muted you, Emily, so you can't. The stream can't hear you. Yeah. There's no echo for me. Sounds perfect. Okay, Harry. I'm going to ignore you. Since everyone else says it's fine. Maybe it's a Harry thing. Have you got two windows open, Harry, or something silly like that? I don't know. If our technical tester can't, if our head of technology at the company can't figure out YouTube live streaming, it's going to be a problem, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's say we're working good. So welcome to the live stream. It works now. We're here. We're in the bottom left of the little screen. Today we're going to be playing the Prologue, which we've been working on for the last almost a year now, which is terrifying to think about. But it's here, it's done, it's ready to go. We did a day one patch today as well, so any of the streamers that noticed the crash, that should all be sorted out now as well. It's just the nature of indie game development, isn't it, Emily?
Yeah, you just go grey and old really quickly for all the stress, but...
Grey and old, and now we're ready to stream. So I'm going to start up a new game, and we'll just play through and chat a bit about different areas, talk about our process, and we'll see what we think. If there are any questions, of course, just chuck them in the chat. Let me see if I can rearrange my second monitor so I can see the chat a little bit better. Nope.
I can see the chat a bit better now. I've rearranged my stuff so I can keep an eye out.
Okay, you keep an eye out for that. I'll focus on the game. So let's just do it in save slot 3 because I've got nothing in there at the moment.
Oh, right. I always go for slot 3 for some reason. I never go from slot 1.
You go from slot 3?
Yeah.
Let us know if the game's the right volume compared to myself and Emily. Because it feels very loud for me. Emily, if you talk.
I mean, I can't hear the game. Am I supposed to hear the game?
No, you can't hear the game.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You can't hear the game because we're on that. So I'm just going to lower the game very slightly. In that.
Grey and old and ready to stream.
Grey and old and ready to stream. Okay, here we go. We're in. Harry rebuilt the lighting today, so it's all gone back to how it's supposed to be. Emily's favourite things, the small interactions around the house.
I saw people lose their mind over that pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yeah, that you can interact with that pigeon, so no one can tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
But that was a bad idea.
Shout out to our head of technology and lead programmer Harry for voicing the pigeon. Good job, good job. You're an excellent pigeon, I must say. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get open activated.
Good morning, Edric. Are you ready for the first day of this expedition?
It's weird that
Right
even though
then,
it's silent for
Anakin,
me,
my
I
mission,
can literally
dangerous as
hear
it is
exactly what the
urgent,
characters are
is
saying
to
because I've
study
been
the
through
rare
it so many
flora grow here
times.
in Dacrima.
You could, yeah.
Analyze
That is the thing. When you play the
and
game
assess
like
what connection they have
a few
to
hundred
the
times, you
goal
can
of
hear
prevention
everything without
cure
having to
of
actually see
disease.
anything,
A worthy
which is just
task
mad.
For my
Um,
alchemic acumen.
That was quite the exposition dump, Edric.
Okay, Potentium's left us a briefing.
Left us a briefing
Okay,
that may
let's
help
find it.
us initialize our
Wonder where it's gone.
adventure.
Wonder where it's gone. Probably found a use for it somewhere.
Should take a glance at it. Although, where did
You
I
don't remember
go?
coding or voicing the pigeon. Well, I programmed it, and you voiced it.
Yeah, I weirdly can recognise Harry's pigeon voice.
Yeah,
from
Harry's
Old
pigeon is
Pickware.
it's both very much like a pigeon, but also
Yeah.
quite distinct. Like I can tell that it's Harry, and that I just love that.
Don't touch that
Who
fat
voiced the
up
deer?
LP.
Or was that like a sound
I
effect?
don't
That was
stop
our sound effect. We originally had Harry
trouble
voice them,
again.
Yeah.
but it wasn't great. It wasn't as good as the pigeon. Let's put it that way. So we got some sound effects off of the classic freesound.org, place where all indie game developers live and go for sound effects. So fax phone checked, save point. Yeah, let's
You
go.
know, I've absolutely no idea what this machine does.
The first time I heard that sound effect for the save point that Harry made,
Absolutely no
I like
idea.
my heart dropped because it's so not what I had in my head when I was imagining it. Because I was imagining it being like tactile and machinery, but then it's just this ridiculous little like trumpet, and I kind of come to love it. I can't imagine it anything else now.
Same. Honestly, like I remember thinking exactly the same thing because I thought it was going to be like
Yes,
xylophones
and
or something
you
really nice and
know, I should
chimey.
definitely keep an eye out
And then to
for
hear this
the
trumpet, I was like, what the
in the
fuck?
last
But I
forest.
absolutely loved it. It made me laugh so much.
Emily,
Oh,
Probably
Oh.
best not to open that here.
yeah, I suspect not.
nobody's found it, and all of the
No.
playthroughs.
I'm not.
I've
We're not
seen-
talking about it just in case someone's watching.
Oh, thank you,
You know?
Dropper. Appreciate that. The YouTube's like basically Tom's and
Of
Harry's
course it's
baby.
you.
They've
You are
like
found
thrived
it.
on it.
What's funny is this is the first time I'm playing the game on a controller for like weeks, so I'm having a whole new experience, but it's good. It's good.
Really?
So
I always play.
everyone, listen. Aerial surveillance of the landing area has been observed. No, we're not reading this out. We're not going through the whole thing. I don't read text in games, but we spent a lot of time making this funny. So if you do play the game, you know there's good descriptions and everything.
And shout out to Harry for all of the writing that he's done, because so many people have like really enjoyed the narrative and have like commented on how funny it is. So
Yeah, I'm really happy that something that's been shown from this demo is that our element of humor in the game is coming through.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
that is not a
That is
bird.
not a bird.
Oh my, that is. You can't voice everything before it says it.
I didn't know. I didn't see that.
That is not a bird. Oh, we got the whale out as well. Whales over there. Bit of a rare sighting. Rare flying whale
I
sighting.
remember what type of game are you making? I'm gonna type that as well, just in case.
You know, I've already forgotten what we're doing.
A good thing you've
Oh,
marked the
look at what we're
details of
doing.
the expedition in your journal.
I love
Jam.
hearing about other people's games that they're making, just because it's like one, really exciting to see other people's work, and two, it's like a taste
West,
break
southwest, yeah.
from what we're doing.
West, southwest. Okay. Need to pick things up. Oh god, we're going to see the name of this. Oh, we collected some Tom. Oh, you can't see it because of the cameras, but God. Am I going to be really awful at playing the game now that I'm on stream? Because I play this game a few hundred times now, this demo, so it'll be embarrassing if I die, even once. God.
Probably because you're...
Yeah, I don't play on controller, that's the problem. So this is going to be like a new player playing it, because I'm the keyboard and mouse tester. So...
Who do you think's best at testing the game out of all of us?
Best at testing it or best at playing it?
Testing.
Testing you, because you find all the problems because you're shit.
So true. So true. I saw Dustflower's playthrough the other day, and she was like, like the fastest death in the game or something like that. And I was just thinking to myself, oh, you haven't seen me play yet.
We need to remember to scan. We need to scan this stuff. Note the location. Oh yeah, landmarks. I'm really excited to see in the full project how landmarks turn out, because it's a system that we thought up and we really like in terms of navigating based on these positions we set out in the world that you can find and locate and travel between. But it's not something that we've been able to fully test because the non-linear elements haven't really come in yet. So southeast of the airship. Let's make our way back to the airship first.
People are loving the compass from what I've heard, which is really good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming together. Still need some, I think, visual and UI improvements, but the thematic and the setup is going really well.
Oh, Drum Lover's Game is a 3D platformer called Sky Guy. It's about a character with a red hoodie and cloudy powers, like a big cloud fist. That sounds very cool. Are you making it in Unreal or Unity?
Marvelous.
I'm hoping it's Unreal, and that's how.
Find some Mother's Room. Let's scan it.
And scanning as well. A lot of people really taken to scanning, and that was literally something that we just thought of after Elevate, pretty much.
It was something that we just thought about chucking in.
The robustness of alchemic infections, the way they can affect everything from cats to petunias.
See, I'm doing this very inefficiently. I'm picking up all the low income, the low income stuff, but I just can't. When I see that little glowy highlight, I just can't resist picking it up. You know.
Edric, I'm detecting alchemic readings up on the ridge.
Up on the ridge. So, neutralization for Elpin. Ooh. So now we get to use our main mechanic, companion dude, being our platform. Let's get going. Oh, I'm glad I haven't failed any jumps on the controller yet. Sneak past the boulder. Oh, can I get the timing? I can hear things spawning. Okay, we made it.
Oh, Harry just said I had to fight so hard for scanning.
I know, and you're right. Yeah, I'm glad that you did fight for it.
The thing that we find really hard is, like, because we're such a small team and the scope of the game is already quite large, we're just always petrified of feature creep. So we're like, oh, is this worth it or is it not?
And even so, we always add stuff. You can say that we're terrified of it. We still do it.
Yeah. But then stuff like scanning, it's like, I'm so glad we did it. So it's really hard judgment call to make stuff like that.
Such a capacity before.
The records in the briefing do not detail it as glowing red.
The influence of the rot, I suspect. A debilitating malady in men. It seems to be enhanced.
We saw a stream of someone who was playing our old Kickstarter demo the other day. Tom and I did, and we saw what it was like a year ago versus what it's like now, and it was crazy, wasn't it?
It was so crazy. And seeing like the old house and all these things that I had been so long that I'd completely forgotten they existed.
Was that Edric?
An old trick for shoring up malfunctioning glyphs.
But they were there and they existed. Ooh.
Try not to catch fire.
Let's scan. I say it's satisfying scanning stuff. I do like it a lot.
I always forget to scan and pick up those ones, even though I know they're there.
Well, I mean, I've already got 162 when I only need 100, so I'm just now doing it because I can't not pick it up. But
are you gonna try and get some antlers?
Ooh, am I gonna try and get some antlers?
I haven't seen one streamer do it yet, so I'm like
You
partly do we ruin that secret?
Well, I reckon that enough people won't see this. You know, we're not flooded that we could. I think we could reveal a few fun secrets that people can be excited by without revealing everything in the game. So I reckon once I got the bubble potion, I'll go and hunt some antler shards.
Oh, hello. We got a new.
How does open work?
Sample retrieved. What is your plan?
Harry, are you saying that I should be explaining how open works? I can do so.
I'm going to combine it with this one.
Already kind of have, but yeah. Yeah. So open is a platform that you can put out anywhere in the world. He's sort of the first main mechanic we came up with, and the main mechanic of the game. And it's just a really fun way of doing very free platforming. You position him by putting him either into a place where he knows is good, or putting him anywhere along a wall, and you can place him really anywhere out in the world. So it's really exciting to see how people use it, because it is very free and non-linear, and allows people to explore. Yeah, I think that's what you need to know, really. Let's put away our compass. I know where I'm going now.
Are you going for the antlers?
No, I'm going to go brew the potion first. I've got all my stuff for brewing the potion now.
I'm detecting the winch is over its weight capacity.
Poor shame.
What are you suggesting?
Seeing like people find the secret areas of this build as well has been so fun to see.
Yeah, I it's one of my favorite things to design and actually build in the game as well, which I really love. Compared to some things which are just grunt work. Building little secret areas that people can find and explore, and imagining design wise what people will experience and find in these places, how they'll react is really fun. So let's brew a potion. So on this panel we've got our 2 ingredients and our ether types. So they're all locked off at the moment because we don't have enough ether transmuted yet. So let's get our ingredients in there first. So we've got the liquium, which was left in the airship, and we have the Aerius, which we just collected. So let's combine those. But as Edric says, no, we need to transmute some ether. So let's grab a little bit of ether by transmuting all. Got 180. Gone way over the top this time. But what can you do?
Oh, thank you so much. It was I really enjoyed seeing what you thought about the game as well.
Opens right in your face. Let's brew it up. Let's brew this potion. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Yeah. So the crash that we hotfixed today was to do with some crashing after just brewing a potion. So hopefully Harry's implemented the fixes and we won't crash. So everyone hold on tight. Everyone touch bits of wood around you, and we're all good. So potions get moved into the exit, and then in here we got ourselves a bubble potion. Hubble bubble complete.
Eureka! A potion.
Smells lovely too.
Will this cure the rot?
That remains to be seen.
No, it's not going to cure the rot.
This potion reacts against
spoiler.
Funny enough, the first potion you make doesn't solve the problem, the main problem of the game. No, it's.
We should notify Potentium of the distillation of this potion.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like from 4 years of developing this game, how we've come to this moment now of like pretty much building the full game release. It's been so. When I think about it. And I think about like that very first demo that we ever did, where it was super like linear.
Edric Tate, reporting in.
Do you remember?
Sorry, I zoned out. I was playing the game. I was too focused on the game.
You have to getting nostalgic and.
Yeah, you're getting nostalgic. I'm just invested. I'm just invested in the story. What can I say?
Yeah.
April 25th.
Damn, that good, right?
24 years old. I'm a naughty boy.
Yeah, no, I think it's been a really long journey. I'm going to just guess what you were saying, because you were saying you're not getting nostalgic, and just seeing how far it's come and seeing the different elements that we envisaged going from, from what we originally planned into something that we then develop and iterate on and make into something that it is actually fun. Because of course, when you're new designers, the first thing you make often isn't actually that fun. And so being able to work on it and iterate it has been really fun. It's been really good to see.
And how would you say like potion crafting's evolved as well? Because that's
it's definitely one of the biggest areas we've evolved. So over here we're doing potion crafting, and it's still in process. Like we've got plans to make it even better from all the feedback we've got from this prologue, mainly from our Discord community, who have been absolutely amazing at playtesting. They're the real heroes of our QA process, really. The Discord members, and so it's been exciting to see it develop. From the basic idea of mixing stuff in a cauldron like an alchemist, to using machinery, to then splitting out into a few separate parts that you then build upon throughout the game. It's been exciting to see. I think our next step is to minimize it down a bit and really make it each step fun rather than a bit of a convoluted process, which I think some people find it still complex. And so we want to make sure that it's something that everyone can enjoy.
I'd love to know what your thoughts are, like everyone in the chat, how you found potion crafting, or what you think like for us to improve on as well, because we've had a lot of feedback in that area, which has been really useful for us.
So we've gotten our next quest, which is to improve the sleeping provisions here at the airship. So we'll need to get some softer feathers. So let's go see if we can find some. I always love going down the winch. It feels so great. Just heading. It really does feel like I'm heading out on a little adventure. I think a lot of players have found it interesting having sort of a slightly more retro approach to saving and having save points. And I've loved having it because it's been seeing people get really excited when they get to a save point. Oh, I missed the jump. No one saw it. But yeah, seeing people get to a save point and being excited because they've been going through this perilous area and then they've managed to make it. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is embarrassing. Maybe I should just use Elpin rather than trying to style it out without Elpin. I wonder if there's going to be like speedrunners who manage to finish the game without using Elpin once and stuff like that,
Yeah, we should really do some Steam achievements for that, because I would love to see what people manage to do. Like someone, and Harry's right, we should show the potion, but someone played this the other day, not realising that the potion saved you from fall damage, and I don't know how they completed the game.
Yeah, I watched that playthrough as well. It was incredible to see them just take fall damage all the time and being like, oh, it's such a harsh mechanic.
I really felt for them because I was like, oh.
Yeah, so this potion we just brewed allows us to do really two things at the moment, which is stop fall damage. So if we fall, we don't take damage when we have it active. And it also lets us ride these geysers so we can get higher and fly around. So let's get up to this next one. Oh, don't overshoot it. Oh. We landed it. It's all smooth. It's all fine. So we're up near the airship now, but let's get up to the top of this rock. Oh.
This is the one I always struggle with.
Do you always struggle with that one?
Yeah, that last bit.
Okay, safe. We've made the top. We've saved. It's all good. We get to hear our incredible sound effect. So here we found some feathers, but not nearly enough.
Feathers! Stupendous. Birds often shed feathers when flying in and out of their nests. Over there. Look, if that's not a bird's nest, I'll eat my hat.
See if there's any more over there.
You aren't wearing a hat.
It's an expression.
And then jokes, But if you want to experience the full narrative, I definitely suggest you play the game yourself. But we're gonna focus on talking about the game and stuff. So here we meet our friend Manti.
Well, this is unexpected.
Yes,
that is not a bird.
That is not a bird. So this is the baby manta, and we saw the mama manta at the beginning of the game who hit into the airship, but she's lost her baby, so we need to rescue them, reunite them. So let's go and explore and see if we can find more feathers and find Manti's home, although officially it hasn't been named yet. Okay. So, heading out. So here we're going to be heading out from the first zone, the forest, into the second zone, the cliffs. We split the game up into a few zones, which is just means that we can sort of build it in a more robust and coherent way. But we do want it to feel like a open world where you can travel between these zones in a few different ways, and they're not all, you know, completely bottlenecking and making it feel like a linear experience. So it's an important part of it. So here we get to see some full damage reduction. Oh, the pop of the bubble is just, there's nothing more satisfying than that pop.
You weren't really going to make Monty a cushion.
And that's one thing about trying not to make it linear as well. We ended up making quite a large prologue in terms of like gameplay time because we just really didn't want it to feel linear. We wanted to give you guys like enough time to explore everything. So in our head at the time when we were planning this out, we were like, right, 30 minutes to like 45 would be like ideal. And then we realised it's like people are doing this in about 2 hours.
Yeah. So the mechanic you just saw, and I'm going to do again here, is using our sort of natural lock and key system where you have a plant that activates another plant, and then they're together, the root goes green, and then your items and stuff out in the world become activated. And it's sort of how we build out the puzzles, and it's like the core aspect of the real puzzling elements, which is good fun. It's something that we can really build on in complexity, which is really nice. That's always what I find about a good puzzle mechanic, is something that is really simple in core concept, but it's something you can build out on throughout different puzzles. Anyway, let's head into this cave. Oh, got some Tom. Got some Tomgus.
Are you going to explain why it's called Tom, or we're just going to sweep that under the carpet?
I mean, I wasn't the one that named it that, so someone who named it that might want to. Oh, our first mineral 14, mithril.
I'm just waiting for Harry to pipe up on the chat. If not, I'll have to.
The mother is currently eating a human.
I'll have to explain.
What a lovely thought.
Okay, so we've got a lock here. So we want to go over there. That's our objective marker. So let's head on through. But the door is closed. Okay, let's find a key to put into that lock. Ah, the big glowing key in the water. It's probably a good place to start.
Oh, Tom.
It's just a bad game. What can I say?
I'm super cautious when I'm platforming. I like pause for a few seconds, like gather myself, and then I
ain't nobody got time for that. I'm a speedrunner. He says, doing things very cautiously and carefully now. He doesn't want to embarrass himself again. Okay, we made it.
Oh, Harry says he doesn't even remember why it was called Tom. Maybe just because it smells.
Gasp! I can't believe this.
That is slander.
Can't believe you've done this. Okay, well, we got our key, so let's see if we can get through that door now. Over here,
I kind of think you should read out the Tom description, by the way.
I should read out the Tom description. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's head in. I haven't even read this in so long, so I don't even know if it's going to be horrific and it's going to be insulting me. Who knows? Until the formation of the Imperial Alchemist Institute, most believed that Tom mushrooms came in 2 color variants, whilst one white and gold, the other black and blue. Studies into the plant quickly revealed that it emits hallucinogenic aroma, causing the color shifts of the eye of observers. Viewing Tom fungus as green is said to be a sign of imminent death. Unfortunately, we've seen them all as green, so who knows? Classic throwback to the internet meme of the dress as well. Congratulations, Harry, to our descriptions writer. Some great jokes. Okay, so here we see the increasing complexity that we do with the key. So here we've got a classic puzzle, which is the 2-gate gateway. Of course, as a lot of solutions in our game, it involves Elpin. So if we send Elpin here, we can balance this key on his head. And I just love the fact that this mechanic was designed purely because we said, oh, that key looks like a hat for Elpin. So this whole mechanic came out of that. So now we've got the key balancing there, we can head on through the first door and then drop it. And now the door behind us closes and the way ahead is open. We head on through.
It's been quite interesting seeing people play this part because historically it's been the bit that loads of people have struggled with. And that moment when you get it, it's just like...
Yeah. It is that classic puzzle game aha moment. And
yeah.
it's something that's really, really great.
Sorry, that's
Being harassed by dogs.
Sorry.
So, over here is the rest of the game, but it's locked off because this is a demo. But in future development updates, we'll be talking about the other areas of the cliffs. We've got lots of plans to rework and improve them with all the new knowledge we've gained this year working on this prologue. So it'd be really exciting to see that develop. So that's the dagger, and let's head down this way.
What would you think, like the top things you learned from this prologue?
The top things I learned.
Tough question.
I think from the process of developing it, I think the top thing we definitely learned is the top thing we learned definitely the QA process and improving that, and how we have improved that. In terms of the game and the game design, I think the top thing we've learned is that people love the small interactions in our game, and I've really enjoyed that. So we've been sort of reframing some of our gameplay around those. So things like the mise-en-scenes, the hidden areas, the collecting, the scanning. These things are all things that came from the fact that people liked the smaller interactions, the smaller elements of our game.
Yeah.
And that's been really fun to see. And I've been completely glazing over the fact that we're now in an area of lots of floating islands, which is pretty exciting. So let's get the save point, because this is a place where I notoriously die a lot. Whenever I'm playtesting, this is the bit that I dread, because this is where I always die. I always rush. Okay, so let's figure out what we're doing here. Locate the other 2 keys. So we need to fill up these 3 locks with 3 keys, and we've only got 1 with us. We've got 1 over there and 1 over there. So let's figure out if we can make a path. So if we chuck this into here. Okay. So that key is moving some floating islands about. Do you think we could make that? What do you think, Emily?
I go safe way usually.
I'm a risk taker. I'm a risk taker.
Ooh.
Smashed it.
I know, I'm like the worst at platforming.
Yeah. There's no argument here. You definitely are the worst at platforming. But that's what makes you such a good tester. Because Harry and I just breeze through it. And we need someone who's more representative of an actual player that hasn't played the same demo 300 times and has learned every nook and cranny of it. Okay, so now we need to get over there. See if that's the right combo. So, no. I suspect maybe it's only you only need 1 key. Who knows? So let's take that out. See what we get. See, that to me looks like a pathway. So I'm gonna chuck this key just down here. Leave it behind. Stay. Stay key. Well, let's scan you as well. Whilst we're here, might as well.
What a pleasure it is to scan with you, Edric.
I almost forgot that I had bubble tonic there. I was like, oh, I'm going to take full damage. And I was like, oh wait, I have bubble tonic. Something we've been trying to improve recently is the ambient sound effects and how the world feels, like in terms of an audio experience. And so it's been interesting to watch people play through and just if they're reacting to sound effects and stuff like that. I put out a bunch of like bush rustles. It's kind of inspired by the games that try and like sort of some horror games where they try and scare you with like just ambient sound effects. It's been interesting to go through that process and experience. Okay, so we got this. I assume we get back the same way. Yes. Let's head back the same route.
So we've got someone in the chat who's 11 years old and they've just started game dev.
Right.
And like I want to know, like, from your experience, did you have anything at school to teach you game dev, or was it literally like you got to uni and then you...
Oh, it's asking me. I was wondering if I was asking them. So at school, I did a short a short extracurricular activity that was like game development, but it was basically just some Python coding that we did. So let's resave the game. I want to see. I can't remember how you get over there, but I'm pretty sure you can. Let's see if I can figure it out.
No, I've never tried.
Have you never been?
No, I just look at it and I'm just like, nah, that's not for me.
Away we go.
Oh, I never knew.
I know, I've never seen you and Harry go over here, so I was like, oh, I'll use this live stream to show you that I built this thing that you've never been to.
It's like a little taxi.
Yeah. Okay. So I did that, but that didn't really teach me game development. That just taught me a little bit of coding and basic Python. But no, it was all from just learning and playing games and figuring out stuff myself. But it's definitely something that you can learn yourself. I think so that unlocked us some stuff, I believe, in the codex. So if we go to authors and contributors, we unlocked this. Dear the ground, I just wanted to say screw you. Now that I'm free from the hold you had on me, it's crazy to think that we've been so close. Since I found that crystal and set off on a weightless charm, things have really been moving up for me. The attraction between you and I has disappeared, and now that I'm free of you, I'm seeing much more of the world. Do you know that the sky isn't even blue? I doubt it. You're always nailed down, holding me down to boot. I'm so over you now, feeling great, giddy even. It's quite hard to breathe, actually. Anyway, I've got to fly. So, it's a bit of the game that you've never seen, Emily. There you go. And now let's see if you can still get back. So we're using a double geyser system to launch ourselves over. Okay. Whew. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's chuck these 3 keys in. Okay, that sends that out there. That sends that over there. Nice. We're good to go. Let's save, because if I die now, I'll be sad if I have to redo things. Let's save, because this bit is almost definitely treacherous. Here. I reckon I can make that open. Okay. Well, first death of the stream, everyone. First death of the stream. I was ambitious in my jumping capabilities, but hey ho. That's what you get for experimenting, I guess. Ugh, terrible game. That was clearly a jump I should have been able to make. Okay. Let's try this again. Not being overconfident and using our companion. I feel like I should
try that.
I feel like I should put a collectible over here, because some people, there's definitely gonna be a player who jumps over here and will get rewarded for their experimentation.
How about what's the smallest little rock we've got?
The smallest little rock.
Yeah, in that, because there should be a collectible one of those.
I don't know. I think the ruby geode is going to be quite small, but we haven't actually got any in the game yet. Let's put that there just to extend our range a little bit, so you don't mess up this jump.
I always do that.
It's just good to be safe. Okay, we've still got Manti following us. Very good. And here we got another one of those double geyser chucks. So let's line ourselves up. Nice, landed it. Smashed it. Can't resist collecting stuff.
It's like a hoarder's dream.
I know. It really is. Okay. So we need to head up there. Through all the floating rocks. Not terrifying at all.
Watching people stream this and the descent part, I just absolutely love. I'm like tense as much as they are.
I can't even like talk when I'm doing this because I still have to focus so much, because it is like by far the hardest section of the demo. But I love it. I loved creating it as well. So B to crouch. Okay. So this section, let's go quick. Because these rocks also sink, which when we implemented it just revolutionized the fun of this section.
Yeah.
Because they just slowly sink it. It just adds that little bit of mental pressure on having to be quick. Oh, I almost headbutt myself off.
Yeah, I remember when it was in Elevate and we tested this for the first time, and Karen was testing it, and she was just like, "Oh my god, floating rocks!" She's like, "What?"
I've never gone this way. I've actually never gone this way before. Let's see if this is faster. Let's see if I can.
Ooh.
Okay, I can't really get any distance. That's okay. I'm gonna still consider that a time skip. Speed running it. Oh, gotta be quick. Oh, yeah.
I'm interested in your descent the most, to be honest, because I wonder if you just do what I do, and I'm not going to say what I do until you do it.
Well, I know what I'm about to say. I know what I do normally, but that's really speedrunnery.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I think we do the same.
do you? Okay. We'll chat about it when it comes to being attacked by a massive manta ray in the sky. Of course, the best thing in the world. Got the jobblies. Feathers. We have our feathers. We have completed our quest. Mantis are home at rest. All very chill. But there's the rot, which infected the mother manta. And unfortunately now, we are getting attacked. Oh, almost got blown off already. There we go. She goes. Let's wait for the next go parts, because I wanna have time to be able to actually move, because I don't want to get halfway down and get knocked off. So we're just gonna hide under here. Hide under here for a second.
Do you still move when you hide under there? A little bit.
Yeah, I move a little bit. Do you just put the controller down, hands up?
Yeah.
Oh!
I did it the first time, and then I was like, wait, what?
I guess I'll have to move out. Okay, let's go down this way.
Oh my god, we just play this.
Okay, wait to this bit. Where's the manta? Oh, coming back. Let's hide. Oh, it's terrifying. Oh, it's terrifying. Okay. Now we continue. Down here. Let's save on the way, just in case we goop it up. Just in case we goof it up. Oh, no, it's a little cyclist, but we're good.
Oh my god, brave.
I reckon I can make it.
No.
Yeah, I can make it.
Surely wait.
I can make it. I can make it. I promise you. Oh my god. No. Damn it. No. I actually. Okay.
Oh, you're so close.
Everyone, hands on your eyes. You didn't see that.
You're so close. I actually want to see.
I got panicked on the last guys who didn't get enough forward momentum.
I want to see Elkin get blown. That's like, for some reason, one of my pet loves in this whole sequence. And I don't know why. There's just something really satisfying about seeing his platform skew.
There you go. Well, we'll do it just for you. Let's chuck
so
Elkin
cool.
here.
Don't know why.
It's the little things, I guess. It's the little things. Come back in.
Have you ever stood on him when that's happening?
Well, no, because you're going to get blown off.
Sometimes it doesn't, because like you can almost surf it
Oh.
and then go onto a rock. Yeah.
No, I've never been able to surf it.
I mean, I didn't.
I haven't actually been checking on where the manta is. Okay. No, this is definitely. I've definitely got to have time to get back this time. Especially if I don't mess up the geyser again. Geysers are honestly my favourite mechanic in the game. They're just so fun.
It appears to have lost interest.
Smashed it.
Me,
Smashed it.
What's worse,
You're 45 minutes as well. That's impressive.
Look.
Mine's like a good solid hour and a half. Easily.
Ah, reunited together again.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. Anyway, well that was the prologue playthrough. But let's chat a little bit more about stuff. I was gonna just get into a new game and just wander around. Yeah, I think what's it right? I think it's been really interesting this last year making this prologue. And polishing things up to a standard that we're happy to release them isn't something we've done before on any of our projects properly, really. And so it's been really exciting to do this. What have been your highlights, Emily? Highlights of developing the prologue?
That's a tough. I think for me, and this is going to sound a bit generic, but it's actually just seeing the game go up like a level, because this is like the first time for me where it hasn't felt like a demo. It's felt like
a product that is a thing.
Yeah, it feels like the actual full game. It feels like the start of our full game.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's just like, I think that seeing that is like the biggest thing, because we've been in this like development process since 2017, if you're counting uni, so it's like 4 years. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So seeing it, I kind of forget about it until I see the old stuff, and then I'm like, oh shit, like it's
come a long way.
Yeah. And then I think the other things is just seeing like the little bits that we've added in, like the mise-en-scenes and stuff, which you should definitely try and find one.
Well, I need to do 2 things. I need to hunt some deer antlers, and I need to go see if I can find one of the mise-en-scenes. So I think those are my 2 goals for this little adventure I've set myself. So let's head back down to the forest floor. That's what I like about the fact that it is that open world puzzle game, is the fact that we can come back and, Harry, why have you joined? It's messed up. It's messed up all the cameras.
No, they're still. No, I was just looking on the stream. They're still there. You guys are still in frame. It's just I'm not. I thought I'd come and say hello. Your cameras are definitely still fine. Don't worry, Tom.
Okay.
Because I'm watching the stream, and if
that's
not, then I'll
Harry
hop
entrance. Can I just say?
Yeah, just joining out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so Harry, since you're here, you get the next question. What has been your favourite part of developing this prologue?
Getting it released.
Finishing.
Finishing. No, I think actually weirdly, when we did like the so we did a pass about like unifying the systems. I think remember you were talking about it earlier in the stream, Tom. We talked about all the little things, bringing them together.
Yeah.
And we unify them through the codex, right? So all the things you collect have little tidbits of information. When you scan them, you get more bits of information about them. And then building a codex is also like a narrative reason why Edric's in the forest. So
yeah,
having that idea and then like tying up all the mechanics with that was really fun, because it made the whole thing feel a lot more like holistic.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think I really enjoyed the outcome of that and making it feel like this sort of backbone to the game and a reason to be there. And it was really nice.
Although now that I've said it, I do remember the first time I did that like manta descent.
Yeah,
it was so hard.
Yeah,
because you didn't have like as many safe areas.
Oh, that killed me. I think I actually couldn't complete it, and then I was just like, that's it. We need to save.
That was the funny thing, is that it was so hard that for Harry and I, it was like a perfect difficulty. We really like enjoyed the difficulty.
Yeah.
But for anyone that wasn't us, we were like, oh yeah, it's way too hard.
It's like me looking at the big man to be like, finally, our battle will be legendary. But everyone else is just way too hard. So what are you doing at the minute? Oh, you're gonna do the you're gonna try and get some deer atlas.
Yeah, but I was just getting Elpin to work.
Oh, fair.
So now
I need to stop looking at you on the YouTube stream and start looking at you on the thing. There's a delay.
Okay. Let's do some deer hunting. I've never deer hunted on a controller before, so
I think it's actually easier.
Well, I did it wrong from the start, to be honest. So the worst person.
So I should probably explain the collectibles that we have in the game are divided into sort of 3 subcategories currently. And those are botanical, mineral, and animal. And the botanical ones are the kind of bits and bobs Tom's been picking up everywhere. Minerals sort of similar, but a bit more rare. And the animal ones generally require you to do something. So the deers require you to slap them on the hind in order to get them to attack you.
Did it.
Nice.
So there should be one around here that doesn't have glowing antlers anymore, right?
I think that's how you distinguish between them, yeah. Hopefully he's probably run off. I mean, just like assaulted the deer.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, there he is. There he is.
Yeah.
He'll get his glow back. He'll get his glow back. Don't you worry.
So I think what we decided, like these transmutables, as they're known at the minute, they are a finite resource in the game. But Tom, I don't know if it's maybe it's worth explaining about what we plan to do with them in the future with regards to potion crafting.
Yeah, I think one of the big bits of feedback we've gotten is that people love the little things they collect and the stuff out in the world, but the process of just boiling that down to ether, which is just a sort of generic number, felt bad to them, and they wanted to be able to use them and collect them and use them in specific things. So we've rehashed a bit of the potion crafting for the full game, which is that the potion crafting uses specific transmutables. So you'll actually have to collect specific things and use them. But I'm sure we'll do future devlogs on how we reworked potion crafting once we've got it in the game.
Yeah.
So let's head behind the waterfall. Because there's always something behind the waterfall, right? But...
Well, I don't know what it says there.
well, is there?
I don't even remember this. Did you make this?
Yeah, I made this.
Is this just your version of saying I can't bother to make anything, so I'm gonna like acknowledge that? It is, isn't it? Fuck's sake.
I've seen streamers go through this process as well, and they're like, "What?" It's so funny to see.
I mean, there is some mithril there, right?
There you go, some mithril.
Count as a thing?
Wow.
Can you get out? God's sake, man. Elpin's eyes actually look quite ominous.
Even when he's in his confused state here.
Yeah. We're still working on lining up Elpin's animations to whatever he's actually saying, like his emotional state. So at the moment we just cycle through them. We just idle through his various animations. So sometimes he'll be like insulting Edric, but then he'll like go sleepy eyes while he's doing it.
Let's pick up all this mithril.
Keep thinking you're saying minstrel, and it's making me hungry.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of wish they were minstrels. Although, if they were blue glowing minstrels, I wouldn't want to eat them. Bioluminescence isn't tasty in my mind.
Wait, Tom, can you not find your way out?
Well, I was going to see if anyone else was going to comment on the fact that I'm just going around in circles.
So someone loads into the stream, and it's just a pair of eyes.
A pair of eyes go around. So, yeah, so the way you get out is by turning around and going back this way. But it is a little tricky. And I bet you if some streamers have found this, they have wandered around here for a little while, confused. But that got us a lot of mithril. How much did we actually get?
I think there should be enough for a potion, right? Because you did.
Yeah, we got 126 mineral.
Nice.
I
mean, you can make a blue. You can make a blue one now, can't you?
I could make a blue one.
Exciting.
So exciting.
But yeah, with that, go on.
We play this, and the more I see other people play it, we need to do Steam achievements, because I'm just like, I would love to see what people end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will probably be some people insane enough to like check every corner, right?
Yeah, there definitely will. And there'll be people that are insane enough to check every corner for a fastest way to do something, and there'll be people that complete the game in 15 minutes. You know.
Yeah. We need to find the CJs out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
he was that guy from uni, right? That like broke the first editions of the game over.
One of my good friends who we sent the first ever demo that was, it took about 40 minutes and about 50 minutes for one of us, but 40 minutes for a new player to play. And about 2 hours later, he sent me a video of him completing it in 30 seconds because he found a sneaky jump up that took you right to the end.
I'm
And it
pretty
was
sure
just,
we used to call it the Elpin train.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
before you could jump on Elpin, jump, and then like close this platform over and over again to just like float up into the air.
Yeah. There were lots of things like that, and that's why playtesting's so much fun because you get to see people do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fun when you're the one fixing it though.
No, but I think in hindsight, it's all quite fun. At least that's the fun part of playtesting. At least there are lots of not fun parts of playtesting, like seeing people get confused or struggle or not be able to complete it or any of those things that just make you die inside as a game developer.
Or
and on
solve
that happy note,
or solve puzzles in ways that you didn't anticipate, like
Yeah.
you did with the floating islands earlier. I was like, that's not the right key. You made it anyway. We actually still have a lot of areas, like in this forest especially, don't we, of like old puzzle sites.
Yeah.
We've still got jubblies and stuff out to play,
Yeah.
right?
well, they need bubble potions, so
Oh yeah, true. Gotta make that first.
Yeah, how can you get to...
you can get up there.
Can you?
Yeah, by doing all this stuff. Have you never done it
God.
before?
No, I really rely on Bubble. to
Well,
get
yeah.
me places.
I mean, yeah, you can get up there with bubble. You can't get up there without bubble.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah, but I think that unless there's any other questions or comments that you guys want to answer, I think that's the prologue. That's our talking through of it.
Sweet.
If there's anything new,
Have we got any admin, Emily, we need to say about like where people can play it and stuff?
Yeah, they can play it on our Steam store. We've only got it on the Steam store. I'll send a link. Do we have a link in this video? We might have to put it up afterwards.
we can put a link in afterwards.
Yeah, play it on Steam. It's free. It was released yesterday, and we've really enjoyed like hearing what people think and seeing all the streams and just like writing. If you want to review it as well, that means the world for us because we love to see what everyone thinks of the game. Really, all of the quirks and whatnot.
Awesome. Right, well, sorry for invading the stream.
That's okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for
No
coming,
worries.
Harry.
I just love how it was 0 like warning and he just dropped in.
Classic Harry.
Sorry, guys. All right, well, I'll let you sign off. See you later.
Great. Thanks, Harry.
See you, Harry. Bye.
And now we have the issue with that. So let's just go like this, and then like this, and then I'll stop presenting. And it's just us on screen. Sort of us on screen. Oh dear.
Why is it? Is it formatted and weird?
Oh, it's formatted horrifically.
Am I upside down?
No, you're not upside down. It's not that bad.
Oh.
There we go. I sorted it out mostly. Excellent. Thanks everyone so much for watching. It's been a really interesting process. Thanks so much for all of our Discord members for supporting us, giving us words of encouragement and feedback, and being our primary playtesters. It's been amazing. Yeah, I think thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, just head over to our Discord. We'll answer you straight away if you didn't get to this stream. And if you want to look at more of our development process and how we do stuff in Unreal, make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. If you're watching the VOD, hopefully there'll be a video coming out soon about our QA process on this, which has been really tough, but it's been a good learning experience, and we have some things I think that are good takeaways for people to learn if they are also indie devs doing this sort of thing. Emily, do you want to sign yourself off?
Yeah, sorry, I was just typing back. Yeah, thank you so much for sort of joining us in the stream. And like Tom said, you can sort of follow us on Twitter, Discord, or just write comments on YouTube, whatever floats your boat, really. And thank you very much for all supporting us throughout this whole journey, and also for the launch as well. It's meant a lot for us, so thank you.
Amazing. Well, make sure you play the prologue if you haven't already. It's a good bit of fun. And if you enjoyed the prologue, wishlist the full game on Steam. And it really does help us out there. And have a lovely rest of your evening. And have a good week, everyone.
Awesome. See ya.